Well, panic and confusion at a mall in Arcadia, where a hoax triggered a SWAT call, terrifying a young child that was caught in the chaos. Take a look. Oh, that poor kid. SWAT officers, they rushed inside the shops at Santa Anita wearing tactical gear Wednesday afternoon. They had their guns drawn as they approached Livestreamer Diego Penaloza, who became the target of a fake report about a gunman. He says he was talking to a 4-year-old fan at that moment when officers showed up, telling everyone to put their hands up and then order them to the ground.
Fan base, they come up to me and they say a bunch of just like jokes. So I thought it was just another one of those jokes. So yeah, they came to the mall, SWAT, all the big guns. I got really scared.
Yeah, that is scary. Outside the mall, there were about a dozen squad cars and an armed truck. Police later confirmed the threat. It was not real. No one was hurt. Penaloza says other streamers have also been getting swatted recently, a trend which is considered a felony in California. All right, so now let's get to assignment manager Mark Liu. Mark, we've been talking about this for a long time when it comes to the words of SWAT. So describe to us and explain to us what exactly is swatting, because it happens quite often.
Well, it's essentially when a false call of an emergency comes into 911, and one of the most difficult things about swatting calls is that both to law enforcement and for us here at the desk on the radio scanners, they sound indistinguishable from a real call. They can sound like bomb threats or mass shootings, and that's exactly what happened at Disneyland in Anaheim this week. Take a look at some video. You're going to see the Anaheim PD response to a swatting incident at the park on Wednesday night at 9:45. Now, Anaheim PD says they got the call that there was a mass shooting taking place at the park and there were bomb threats. They made a massive response here. That's exactly what it sounded like to us here at the desk as well. But Anaheim PD said based on where the 911 call came in from, they determined it was not credible and they cleared this scene in about 45 minutes. Anaheim PD says, and law enforcement says in general, swatting calls are an enormous waste of resources for law enforcement because they have to respond to these like they're legitimate calls, and they almost always are something that is imminent danger to multiple civilians, things like shootings in progress or hostage situations. That's what we hear on the scanner as well. But swatting is a serious crime, both state and federal. In California, if you're convicted of a swatting call, it can be 1 year in prison. But if someone is injured during the commission of that swatting call, you can go to jail for up to 20 years. And you're also liable for the full cost of all of the money spent on law enforcement and fire responses to respond to that swatting call. So it's very serious. I'll send it back to you.
Have a great tip or story idea? Maybe you want to share breaking news video? Just text the desk. You can even ask us questions or express concerns about what's happening in your community. Text the desk at 818-221-2222.
We are CBS LA. We are yours.